Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara Jordan, Tammy Turns Pages, and I am so glad that you are here and that you clicked on today's video. Today we're going to be going through my June wrap up, so from my TBR jar that I did last month, and then I'm also going to be picking from my TBR jar for July. So grab a cozy drink, a blanket, and let's get right into it. I will tell you, I did have 7 books to read. The 7 books are here. So I had these 7 books to read. So I was unable to read The Quarterback Sneak. Honestly, I just wasn't feeling it. It's a football romance, and that was my prompt. It was a sports romance, specifically football. So I picked this. I just didn't want to read a sports romance in the middle of summer, so especially football. So I will be saving this for another time. I don't know when, but yeah, probably during the fall. So we're going to start with Frida McFadden, The Boyfriend. This is, I think I said this was my first Frida McFadden. That wasn't true. I read Ward D, so I have read one Frida McFadden. I really liked Ward D, but I also really liked this. I gave this 4 stars. This went places I did not expect it to go. Truly, I don't know what I was expecting, but this was really good. So this follows our main character, Sydney. She is in her 30s. She is dating. She's on the apps, and it's not been a good time. She meets someone named Tom who she thinks is too good to be true. And yeah, it turns out he might be. This was really, really good. Like I said, 4 stars. I would say read it. Okay, so this next one is a romance. It's called Story of My Life. And this one is about our main character, Hazel. She is kind of the same, in her 30s. She's getting out of a bad relationship. She also is a writer of sorts. And so she is trying to think of her next book as well. And so she thinks, I'm going to get away from everything. I need to clear my head and have a new space to write. So she decides to purchase a house sight unseen, and she purchases this. It's in, I think it's called Story Lake. Yeah, Story Lake is the town that they're in. And then she meets a really, really grumpy country boy named Campbell. She's from New York City. He doesn't like city girls, and he doesn't like her being there. And basically all hell breaks loose. It's very bantery, like heavy on the banter. It's very cutesy. The townspeople are very I'm not going to say Gilmore Girls, but they're very kind of like a storybook town, but this is spicy. There's some spice scenes in here. And I would say this is kind of a slow burn, to be honest. I don't think it didn't start getting really spicy until maybe 41. So that's this far in. So most of it was, just her life and dialogue between her and Cam and them getting to know each other, which I appreciate. I don't need it to be spicy right away. I prefer a slow burn. So yeah, I really like this book, and I gave it 4 stars. So the next book is a reread for me. It is called Love in Other Words. It's by Christina Lauren, which is a duo writing team. This is a story about Macy and Elliot. They are basically childhood best friends. They live right next to each other, and they love reading. So they read in closets together in the summers and just start growing and, becoming adults. And I love this book. I'm sure you've already read this, but this book is amazing. This is still a 5-star for me. So I would say read it. So this next book takes place in the 70s, I think. Yeah, 1977, and I think it goes all the way to 99. I think it goes into the 90s. However, this book is about 2 friends, Victoria and, Caitlin. So Victoria and Caitlin go to Martha's Vineyard for the summer. And over the summers, they build their friendship. They're school classmates, but then over the summers they start becoming more and more entwined with each other, and kind of being sisters, pretty much, as it suggests, summer sisters. Something happens, I think on the third or fourth summer, and it pulls them apart. And it's kind of telling you the storyline between Victoria and Caitlin. You're getting dual POV, just what went wrong and from each point of view. I really like this book a lot. I actually have never read in Judy Blume. I gave this 4 stars. This was really, really good. Like, I am still thinking about this book, and it's been like a month since I've read it. This was really incredible. Honestly, I might even say I'd give this 4.5 stars. This was so good. Maybe I'm going to say 4.5 stars. This was really good. Okay, so the next book is The Library of the Dead. This is by, T.L. Huchu. This is the first in it was a trilogy. I think there's a 4th book coming out. So this is the first in a series. This book follows our main character, Ropa. She is just getting out of high school. She's like college age. So I'm guessing this is kind of new adult, I guess. She chose not to go to school and instead is choosing to work at an underground kind of group in Edinburgh, and they are called ghost talkers. So she is a ghost talker, and she's able to deliver messages from ghosts to people that they left behind or people that they want to have another interaction with that they can't on their own. So, and during these interactions, she finds out that things are not always what they seem, and she starts to investigate it. So this was cool. I would say I probably would give this a 3.5 stars. I am going to continue the series. I do have all 3 books, but I'm glad I liked this because I am going to continue the series. It was really good. It was cute. The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. This book was one of my most anticipated reads, and I am so glad that I read it for this one because I'm just glad I was able to finally read this book. It's only been out for a couple months, but still, I can't believe it took me this long. Did not disappoint. This book follows our main character, Georgia. She is coming home because her dad dies. That's not a spoiler, but she's home for like a week or so. She has 3 other siblings. Her relationship with her mom is not great. She has a really close relationship with one of her brothers named Oliver, but the other 2 she's not that close with, specifically her sister. Her childhood was very traumatic, and things happened to her that were really intense, and the subject matter was really hard to read, but like I said, I think she handled it with care. So she meets Sam Penny, and she initially thinks that Sam Penny is her brother's partner because he's like so fine, and she's like, no guy this fine is straight, obviously. But he ends up being straight, and she ends up really falling for him. And like I said, it's only about 7 days. I think it's like 7 or 10 days that they're there. And you would think, oh God, that's insta-lovey. And it would be insta-lovey if Jessa Hastings didn't write the way she writes. And what I mean by that is Sam has also had some trauma in his life. He's also a recovering addict. And it makes sense for these 2 people to find each other and for these 2 people to understand what the other person has gone through. And so it makes their bond, I think, more realistic, because no part of this did I think, oh yeah, this is totally just like an insta-lovey thing and I'm like not into this. None of it. And they only knew each other for like 10 days. So, but anyway, I loved this. I thought it was incredible. Gave it 4.5 stars. Not quite 5, but so close. I would say pick this one up. I'd say, honestly, this was a good reading month. I would say pick them all up. They were all really, really fantastic. So, yeah. Okay, so in this portion of the video, we're going to get to my TBR jar. I think because it's July and I have a lot of books that I'm trying to read this month and also a lot of videos planned, I think I'm only going to pick 5 this time. Let's get right into it. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to let you guys see first. All right, so it says a book by a current popular author. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Okay, I know which one it's going to be. Let me go get it and I'll come right back. Okay, I got it. So it's going to be Until Next Summer. This one is by Allie Brady. This is actually a duo like Christina Lauren. Two best friends are writing these books as well. I meant to read this last year. I never did. I really want to read it this year. So yeah, this will be my first book. This one is just about two friends who had a falling out at a summer camp, and they are invited back to the summer camp. Actually, one works there, and then the other one is invited back because the summer camp is closing. And then they're able to kind of re-establish a relationship. So this will be the first one. Okay, here's the next one. This will be number 2. Okay, this is book number 2. It says Angst. I have one for this. I'll be right back. So I decided to get Beg, Borrow, Steal by Sarah Adams. This book is technically the third in an interconnected standalone series. It started off with When in Rome. I've read all of them. You don't have to, but I have already. And I think a new one is coming out in November. But anyway, this one is about two rival teachers who end up being neighbors randomly, and they hate each other. Or do they? You know? So this is really angsty, I think, or I've heard. So I'm excited to read this. This is also probably going to be pretty romance heavy considering we're in the summer, and summertime for me, I like to read romance novels mostly, sometimes a thriller or like a campy kind of horror, something like that. But yeah, so this will be for angst. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is going well so far. A book released in the last 6 months. Gosh, what do I want to? I mean, there's so many options. I think I have one. I'll be right back. Got it. So this is Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConney. I actually don't know what this is about. I'm not even going to read it. I do know one thing about this book. I know that it is dystopian, kind of. I know that the water is rising, and I don't know. I know that there's something about the water rising in this town that's like, you know, isolated, and it makes them like have to stay on this one little island. I think. I'll let you know when I finish it. So this will be number 3. Okay, so this will be number 4. It says a book released last month. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Oh, okay, I'll be right back. I got it. It's another romance. This one was released in May. I'm saying last month as in May because I'm in June. So yeah, this one was released, I think, end of May, May 20th maybe. This is Left of Forever. This is apparently 2 parents who are dropping their child off at college, but they're divorced. They're doing this together, and I think they do a road trip back, and on this road trip, they reconnect and fall in love. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Tara DeWitt is maybe it's Tara DeWitt, is one of my favorite authors. I love her writing, so I've read all of her books except this one. So this will be number 4. And we're on to the last one. Here we go. These are all like long prompts. Oh, Jesus, it's long. Okay. It says a book with your least favorite color on the cover. Cool. How interesting is that? Okay. What is my least favorite color? God, like a green or a blue. Sorry to anyone who likes green or blue. Yeah, like a green or a blue. All right, let me go look. So I actually have 2 options here. I have Something More, which is like a YA love triangle kind of, I guess. And then this one, I think, won the Pulitzer, which might be the one that I go for. I think it's going to be this one. So it's like a family it's kind of like a Rockefeller type of situation. And what happens after, yeah, It says spanning a century. So like their family over the years. So I think I'm going to do this one. This is also a Pulitzer Prize winner. So yeah, it's probably going to be this one. Should I do one bonus? Should I do one bonus and then if I don't get to it, it's fine? Like the one I didn't get to the last time. Should I do it? Should I just do one more bonus? I think I should. Let's do one more because I kind of want to get a thriller in here too, if I can, or a horror. Ooh, because Summerween is coming up. So a thriller or a horror. So let me try and do one more and hopefully I can get a prompt I need. Here we go. We can do this. We can do this. Come on, prompts. Come on, prompts. Something kind of generic so I can pick a horror or a thriller. You are Is this a joke? I've got to, do you see this? Do you see this? Can you see it? It says horror. You have got to be kidding me. I didn't do anything. Like this is what came out. Are you kidding me? So I'm just going to pick any horror. So I'm going to do it now. Okay. I got it. It's The Handyman Method by Nick Cutter. I think this is like a house that is on like sacred ground or something. It seems like, I haven't read the whole synopsis, but I know it's like a rural like area and the house is like sacred ground. It's built on sacred ground or something like that. And a family moves to this house. But I've had really good experience with Nick Cutter. Last summer, no, the summer before I read The Troop during Summerween. So I think it might be fitting to read this during Summerween as well. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so we have The Handyman Method, which is horror. Wild Dark Shore, which is like literary. Trust, which is historical fiction. Yeah, historical fiction. Left of Forever, romance. Beg, Borrow, or Steal, romance. Until Next Summer, romance. And here they are. Yeah, so I'm excited. We've got a lot of different genres here, mostly romance, but that's okay. But yeah, stick with me and see if I finish all of these. I think I will this time because it's more my vibe and all of this is feeling more like the mood I'm in right now. So yeah, if you like this and you enjoy my videos, or you enjoy watching, please don't hesitate to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next one.